Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well. Today we are taking on Deportivo Toluca over 2 legs in the Liga MX first phase semi-finals. Of course, if we win this, we guarantee ourselves a Champions League place in CONCACAF for next season, albeit we have loftier ambitions for this season. So if you're looking forward to that, remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already, also consider hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on as well. It is greatly appreciated. But yesterday, of course, we played the quarterfinals. If you missed that, I will leave a link in the top right corner, taking on a different Deportivo Guadalajara, and beating those guys 3-0 on aggregate. So that's how we made our way through to this round, and we got drawn up against Deportivo Toluca, who knocked out Club America but did finish 10th in the league phase. So with us finishing first and a clear first, another tie that we should be winning, albeit we are a little bit the walking wounded at the moment. Hopefully that doesn't impact us too much. The other semi-final, Club Leon against Cruz Azul. If we get through today, we'll be taking one of those teams on in the final tomorrow, again across 2 legs. But we'll update you guys on which players are unavailable shortly, because we'll get straight into the first leg away from home at the Estadio Nemesio Diaz as we take on Deportivo Toluca in the first leg of the semi-final. So here are the team sheets for this first leg. Deportivo Toluca have a solid team out there, looking fairly similar from what I remember them being during the league stage of the season. For us, we have had to make a few changes due to just some minor injuries. They might be back for the second leg. Hopefully they will be. But Paulo is out at the back, so that means the Bundes comes straight in for him. We're going to give our young centre-back a chance to prove himself in some knockout football, at least this first league. Anyway, and Carvajal, who has been excellent for us so far this season, he is also unavailable. Luckily, though, we do have good replacement there as well. And Wallason, of course, a player who did very well for us once we joined the club last year. Otherwise, we're more or less at full strength. Fernandez still in there over Jimenez just because he can last a bit longer in these matches, but otherwise full strength, and hopefully we can get a good result in this away league. And it will be Deportivo Toluca in the red at home. We are in our blue and white, our usual outfit, and it will be Toluca kicking off, playing right to left, and we look to make a good start to this game. These guys just sneaking past Club America in the past round. Club America did struggle this season, but early on not much happening, and it remains 0-0 as it's first against 10th in the semi-finals. 8 minutes gone on Deportivo Toluca with an early corner. Good slide tackle there, but they do get possession back rather fortunately and knock it about inside the box. Biota with a strike, 2 of them in fact, both are blocked. So early doors, it looks like Deportivo Toluca are going to get the first attack of the game going, and they hold possession and look to mount another one as they get the ball midfield. Biota out to Irfan Jorge and Biota again, and they just knock it about quite nicely as we try and press them, but I'm a little bit concerned going into this game. We do look a little bit tired. Obviously, the game's coming thick and fast now. We're in the playoffs and less time for our players to get a rest. That's a nice ball there out to Munoz just on the edge of the box. Alvarez puts a foot in. Schneller with a save, and it falls to Fernando Rosas. And inside 10 minutes, that's a little bit of a disaster of a start, albeit it is in their home league. We go 1-0 down after 10 minutes. It was a good save from Schneller initially from this Munoz shot, but after Alvarez tried to clear it, but it falls to Rosas. Looked like it went past his leg, but either way, he's volleyed it into an open net, more or less. And we go 1-0 down early in the first leg of the semi-final, albeit we do now have a throw in. Hernandez on the ball. Back to Wallason, puts the ball in the mixer. They do hit it away, and one of their players does beat Wallason to the ball. We pumped that long, and Puente was onside. Gutierrez with a shot, hits the post, and just denied as the goalkeeper gets something on the way back, and it remains 1-0 after 11 minutes.
Yeah.
16 minutes gone, and we've got a Mark Richardson. Renan is injured, so this is a bit of a biggie. He's our best player out there, so this is a concern. What we're going to have to do is bring Jimenez on for him, switch him and Hernandez around so that Jimenez is in that box-to-box role, which he seems to operate best in, or at least stat-wise is more suited to. But that's an early injury concern for us, so the walking wounded is getting larger for us, which is, as I said, a bit concerning, but we'll carry on. 1-0 down, 18 minutes gone, but also Renan out of this game. 25 minutes gone, and it is a throw-in to Deportivo Toluca, albeit Alvarez heads it away, but straight to Biota, and they look to mount another attack. 1-0 isn't a bad result for us, but if it's 2-0 we might have been a spotted bowler. If we can get an away goal, of course, that would help us out. But at the moment, it is Deportivo Toluca all over us, although I thought Puente might be getting onto that back pass, but just not able to. I say back pass, it was more of a semi-deflection, but either way, it was a chance for us to get possession in a good area of the pitch. But at the moment, Deportivo Toluca have their foothold on this game, although that's a poor pass, and Puente will get to that one. Good chance for our striker, who's been a little bit out of form of late. Good chance for him, and he hits the post. That was a really good chance, as I said. So close, but it remains 1-0 at the half-hour mark. 43 minutes gone here. We have a free kick, which Alvarez takes short and gets it back. Looks like we might be starting to work our way back into this game, and we make it 1-1, and that is a big goal, an away goal. Gutierrez getting his first goal since coming back from injury from memory. It was a really nice finish into that top left corner, just inside the post too, and we square things up. It was a pretty innocuous looking free kick, but then Alvarez picks out Gutierrez, and a really nice finish as the goalkeeper's wrong footed on the retreat there. Nice finish, and just before halftime, we get it to 1-1. And that is halftime. It looked like we kicked into gear just before the half-hour mark. Before then, Deportivo Toluca certainly having the better of that game, but we kicked into gear in the second part of that half. That goal to Gutierrez right before halftime really helping us out. But on the whole, a very even first half, as you can tell by the stats. We've had a few more shots on target, which is a little bit surprising, but fairly happy with how things are going. Hopefully that Renan injury isn't too bad. I'd say it is, though, because he had to come off immediately. But it's still pretty open, this game. Halfway through the first leg, 1-1, but we might just have the edge with that away goal. Okay, 59 minutes gone here. Nothing happening in the second half so far, but Hernandez is on a red heart, and we've only got one more midfielder on the bench who's an out-and-out midfielder anyway. Of course, Clayton could go there, but we'll put Fernando Garcia into that advanced playmaker role. See what he can do there. Usually our backup defensive midfielder, but that's our second substitution. But so far, a quiet second half. We don't really mind that, though, because we do have the away goal, and it is still 1-1 with just over a half hour to go. And now we're up to the 66-minute mark. Another player on a red heart, this time Gutierrez did get the goal, playing well, but we'll save him for that second leg, and we'll bring Pedrita on for him, a Colombian for a Colombian. Those are our free subs. Hopefully no injuries from here on out, because we've still got 24 minutes to go. Used our free subs, but it does remain 1-1. We've still got that crucial away goal. 73 minutes gone here, and we are on the attack. Puente with a good ball out to Alvarez. We look to get something going. Back to Garcia, fresh off the bench, and we try and pinch a lead in this game. Headed to Wallace-on, it is straight at Rodriguez in goal for them, though, and it does remain 1-1 with a quarter of an hour to go. 83 minutes gone here. Is a free kick to Deportivo Toluca, and they win that very softly. Oviedo with a chance and puts it past. We had some tired bodies out there. You can see a lot of players on red hearts, Abundas on a yellow as well, but that's a really soft goal to concede, and Deportivo Toluca do get the advantage back, albeit it might not mean too much in the second leg because we still have that away goal, but it's a bit soft. Barber missing the header, and then Oviedo's got fresh legs to get beyond our defence. Slots in the bottom right corner, and with 7 minutes to go in this first leg, you can see the player is just onside, a well-timed run, and they make it 2-1 to Deportivo Toluca. Up to the 93-minute mark, we are hitting the added time that the referee did put on. They get the ball off us too there to Deportivo Toluca, and it finishes 2-1 to them. So a little bit frustrating. Just feel like our players got a bit too tired towards the end there, and that might have cost us that second goal. But we do have the away goal, and that could prove important coming into the second leg if we don't concede one. But it is a tough ask for us. We're going to have to come from behind for the first time in these playoffs, and that's our first loss of the season at all. So the first time that we've suffered defeat. So we'll see how the boys bounce back from that. But on the whole, some pretty poor ratings from our guys across the board, apart from down the right side through Gutierrez and Almaraz. Those guys played pretty well. And yeah, not the result that we were after. We'll just show you guys the scores from the other semi-final before we crack into the second leg. We'll see what the Renan injury is as well. We'll bring that to you before we crack into the next game. But we're going to have to come from behind, which is a little bit of an unfamiliar situation for us since we've really been at Monterrey at all there alone this season. As I said, our first loss since coming here as we get through this press conference before we can bring you guys the other score. And it is Club Leon with a 2-0 lead over Cruz Azul after their home league. So both teams who are the home first leagues are up at the moment, but I would suggest we're in a slightly better situation than Cruz Azul with that away goal. But we'll come back shortly and bring you guys the second leg from our home ground where we need to come from a goal behind. So we are back with the team sheets before the second leg, and as you can see on screen, we've got the reinforcements back in for today. Paolo's back in, as is Carvajal. They have recovered from their minor injury, so we're back close to the full strength. And you can also see Renan is in there. What he did was he fractured his wrist, and he's got an arm guard on, so can play through that, albeit we'll see how that goes throughout the rest of the season. But with it being an arm injury and in a cast that he can apparently play through, hopefully he'll be good to go for the rest of these playoffs. We got somewhat fortunate there. Obviously, it's a serious injury, but one that he can play through, which is nice. The only other thing to note is that Jimenez still not quite fit enough for 90 minutes, and Hernandez keeps his place in the midfield. But apart from that, we're as full strength as we can be for this game, which is nice to be saying when we have to come from a goal down. The only other change that we've had to make is that Villalba comes onto the bench for Pedri to just so we keep to the Mexican player requirements for our match day squad. So that's the only other thing to note, but about as good a squad as we could hope for. Although I have spotted another one there actually. Fernando Garcia got injured in training, so what we've had to do is bring De Luna onto the bench as well. That's the other change we've had to make. So mostly bench changes for this game. So starting 11 wise, about as strong as we can have it, which is nice. And Deportivo Toluca looking very similar to that first league from what we can tell. So hopefully at home we can get an improved performance and make our way into the final. And it is the same uniforms again. For those wondering, Deportivo Toluca are playing a 4-2-3-1. I haven't shown the tactics screens that come up pre-game. They have been shown the TV coverage, but as sometimes happens, our dark blue colours with the black don't really show who's playing for us very well, so I've left those out. But early on, nothing happening from the first highlight. We are playing right to left, I believe, there, and it does remain 0-0 after 5 minutes. Very quiet game so far. The first highlight since the kickoff here in the 26th minute. So hopefully we can get something going here as Hernandez tries to find Barber, and he just pinches that off one of the Deportivo Toluca players. And he's in a lot of space there, getting the ball back from Hernandez. Puts a ball in. It's a little bit far. Gutierrez will tidy that up for us though, and we try and get a goal to equalise this on aggregate. But of course, the away goal would be in our favour as now Renan on the edge of the box puts a ball in. Carvajal looked like he might have headed that back, him or the Deportivo Toluca player, and we try and break through from the first real highlight of the game. Montoya just making his way forward, picks the ball out. Carvajal just keeping that in inside the byline, gets past his man, fizzes one, and Gutierrez with the header, but it's high. Good chance for us there, the first one of the game, but it does remain 0-0 for now. 2-1 on aggregate, but we do have a corner shortly off the back of that. Renan puts it in, and Paolo just heads that over as well. So some good chances for us there, but it will remain 0-0 for now. 2-1 on aggregate, albeit now they do show the goal kick to Deportivo Toluca, and Almaraz heading that forward for Gutierrez. Tries to play a ball through it, rebounds, and he gets possession back, and we look to build again. Certainly a better start than what we had in the previous game, even if it did take us a while to warm up today. But Carvajal, what can he do there? Hernandez, Puente, lovely ball for Gutierrez, and there it is. We go 1-0 up on the day. Some really good short passing from us there. I think it was Puente who will get the end assist, but some good passing amongst our forwards and midfielders there. Starting off with Hernandez, Barber, Carvajal, then he finds Hernandez, Puente. Lovely little ball for Gutierrez, and he's able to slot that in the bottom right corner. And we have the away goal advantage at 2-2 on aggregate after half an hour. 37 minutes gone here, and we look for a cushion goal on the day and to get the lead overall in this 37th minute, but they do head the ball away from that throw-in, but we do get the ball back and look to mount another attack. Carvajal on the edge of the box. Barber will put one in. Puente with the header hits the post. Good chance. We've had a couple of good chances in these last 8 or so minutes, but it does remain 1-0 for now, but 2-2 on aggregate with the away goal in our favour. And that is half-time. A pretty good half from us, it has to be said. 8 shots to 2, albeit only one of those on target. That must have been the goal that we did score. Hit the woodwork once late on through Puente, but looking a lot stronger than we were throughout the first half of the first league. In this league we are, so that's a good sign. And at the moment we would be going through on the away goals rule, but hopefully we can get another goal or two in the second half just to put it beyond doubt. We might have to make some changes at some stage in the second half too. You can already see Renan, Gutierrez and Carvajal on yellow hearts, but this game is still in the balance. Of course, if we concede a goal, then it opens things right up again, so that would be interesting. But looking good for us at the moment. 2-2 on aggregate, but that away goal proving crucial, as that would be what sees us through at the moment. Okay, up to the 60-minute mark, nothing happening in the second half so far, but Carvajal onto a red heart. We'll save him for the final in case we do make it. Good able replacement in Wellison. We'll make that change, but it does still remain 1-0 to us on the day, 2-2 on aggregate, with that away goal still proving the decider. Okay, now to the 67-minute mark, and we're going to have to make another substitution. It is Renan who is on a red heart. We're going to bring Clayton on because I think he's a bit more of an attacking midfielder, which we need for that advanced playmaker role, more so than both DeLuna and Jimenez. So I think what we're going to do is make that change. We'll just show you guys what he looks like as an advanced playmaker. He's probably the best third that we've got on the bench for that role, given what we've got available to us at the moment. So we'll make that change, see what happens. 23 minutes to go, still with the advantage on away goals. 73 minutes gone here, and we finally have a proper highlight in this half with a throw-in, and Almaraz finds Gutierrez, who got the opener for us in this game. In fact, I think he's now got both goals for us in this tie. Clayton putting a ball in, something he's used to. Hernandez fizzes one in, and we go 2-0 up on the day, and we now have the advantage overall on aggregate, and with only 16 minutes to go, and Deportivo Toluca having fired very little in this game so far. Hopefully we can hold on to that. Almaraz back into Clayton, fizzes one in. Puente with a back ball here for Hernandez. We left him in that box-to-box role, and maybe it's paid off. 2-0 up, 3-2 on aggregate, and it's looking a bit better for us. We're going to have to make a change here, though. Gutierrez on a red heart. Villalba to come on for him. That's our last sub, but we've got the advantage finally in this tie. 3-2 on aggregate with only 15 or so minutes left to play. 92 minutes gone. Deportivo Toluca still haven't fired a shot yet in this game, so as long as we don't do anything stupid in this last minute, we should be going through. Wellison on the ball, cutting inside, which is interesting. A lot of space out on the left now. Barco finds Barber, and a lot of space, puts a ball in that Wellison can't get his head to it. Now, we'll see how many players we've got back. We have pulled our wingers back, have got them time wasting, but Paulo cuts that out for us, and we should be making our way closer to full time as Barco plays one in for Clayton. He tries to pump one long to absolutely no one, a poor ball there, and now they try and go forward. Lozas gets him behind our defense. All we have to do is stand them up, not do anything dumb, and Montoya has a brain explosion. Right, we could be playing extra time all of a sudden because the VAR is going to check, and it is confirmed a penalty. That is an utter brain explosion from Montoya, and we've given them a chance to get back in this game. Of course, it would be an away goal as well, so this would take it to all square, and as I said, I suspect it would be extra time, if not penalties. Rosas with the penalty straight down the middle, and Schneller dove for it, and they equalise it. 3-3 on aggregate, and both legs have been 2-1 to the home team. So there goes the away goal, there goes the lead, and God knows what's going to happen now. That's really dumb from us, giving away a penalty. We told the boys to be more disciplined as well. So what we're going to have to do here is change the tactic to make sure that we try and get a winner now, but I don't know if there's actually going to be enough time. I think what's going to happen here is either extra time or penalties. As I click on the wrong player there, we don't want the advanced playmaker going on attack. We want our wingers back there after we pulled them back. That in the end didn't do much. You can see we're on a lower tempo. We told the boys to be more disciplined, time waste, but we gave away a penalty, and that doesn't help. But we'll get shown the restart, and we'll see what happens. I imagine full time is going to get blown very shortly as we knock it about the back, try and pump one long to Puente. We win the ball, get going. It's all over, and I don't know what's happening. There's an H next to our name. I'm wondering if maybe we're going through because we were higher ranked, but that would seem weird. I honestly don't know what's going on here. Apparently we're going to the dressing room. Should have really read the rules about this situation, but usually there's been a clear winner in our games. It was a good performance on the day, just that late penalty which stuffed us up, but I think we might be going through based on this. I'll just see what happens in the post-match interview if they give us one. We'll tell them that we were happy because the performance on the day was quite good. And we're in the final. Okay, so we must be going through because we were higher ranked in the league. So luckily, we get very, very lucky with that. We absolutely got away with that. It was a pretty average performance over 2 leagues, it has to be said. Despite us, to be fair, dominating the game for 3/4 of it, it was just that we gave away that late penalty. They had a chance to get back into it. They did, but luckily for us, we're going to be going through with the home advantage, and it will be Cruz Azul, who we take on 4-1 in the second leg against Club Leon. But that is a big slice of luck for us there. I thought we might be heading to extra time. 2-1 on the day. That late penalty, thought it might have given Deportivo Toluca a sniff, but we would have been going through anyway because of home advantage after we got that away goal in the first leg. That's what proved crucial. And yeah, a very lucky escape for us there, not winning the tie overall, but we go through being the highest ranked team, and we will be taking on Cruz Azul in the final tomorrow over 2 legs. And I think in tomorrow's episode as well, we will also have before then the CONCACAF Champions League first round draw. So hopefully by the start of tomorrow's episode, we can let you guys know who we will be playing when that competition starts in the new year. But we've snuck our way through to the final, and tomorrow we'll be taking on Cruz Azul over 2 legs, first, second from the league part of the season. So that should be a good matchup against the second best team here in Mexico. But if you did enjoy today's episode where we just snuck home, and I mean just, we got very lucky, then remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already and enjoyed what you saw here on the channel, also consider hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on as well. But until tomorrow, where we look to add the first phase trophy for Liga MX to the second phase one that we won at the end of last season. Thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on, and I'll see you then. Cheers.